Welcome to today's Coffee and Cards and a little bit of BS. Your daily grounding check-in starts now. So go grab your cup of joe while I shuffle the cards, shuffle the chaos, and shuffle whatever emotional support soundtrack my subconscious decided to put on repeat today. And let's see what the woo is trying to show us. Hopefully we get some kind of aha moment along the way. All right, let's go. All right, today's Coffee and Cards is going to get a little deep. Last night, I had my weekly session, Will, and somehow we ended up down the rabbit hole talking about spiritual warfare, angels, demons, the tree of life, higher consciousness, heaven, hell, all of it. But the thing that really stayed with me was this saying, change the pattern, change the result. The subconscious creates reality. So in honor of that conversation, I pulled from the Kabbalistic tarot deck today. And of course, the card that came out was a 7 of Cups, my 7 Deadly Sins card. And immediately, I started hearing Pink Floyd. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? And honestly, I'm not sure most people can. Because maybe we really are prisoners of our own minds. 2 fish in a fishbowl, running over the same old ground year after year. This card connects to Netzach, Venus in Scorpio energy, mystical, obsessive, emotional depth mixed with illusion. Which is interesting because Will and I were talking about how certain spiritual practices, conspiracy rabbit holes, occult systems, astral projection, all this endless searching, it can blur the line between awakening and losing your grip on reality. And there is a fine line. Some people become so obsessed with escaping the illusion that they disconnect from reality completely, from grounding, from Malkuth, from life itself. The 7 of Cups is illusion, temptation, fantasy, confusion. The mind creating prisons and calling them enlightenment. But here's the thing. I don't think the card is saying spirituality is bad. I think it's asking, are you expanding your consciousness or escaping yourself? Because there's a difference. The imagery that caught my attention most today was actually the vase. Water slowly trickling out from it like a ripple effect. Knowledge, consciousness, energy, one drop affecting another endlessly. And maybe that's the real purpose of the path, not to stay lost in Daath forever, not to disappear into the void chasing hidden truths, but to walk into the darkness like the High Priestess, learn from it, then return carrying light. The High Priestess walks into the unknown, into the silence, into the void. But she doesn't stay there forever. She comes back with wisdom, with understanding, with clarity. And now looking at the flowers on this vase, they remind me of tulips in spring, rise again energy. So maybe enlightenment isn't escaping life. Maybe it's learning how to sit in the nothingness without letting it consume you. Because maybe heaven and hell both begin in the mind first. And maybe the real spiritual warfare isn't outside of us at all. Maybe it's learning how to master our thoughts before they master us. So today's message feels simple. Rise toward the warmth of the sun anyway, even while questioning, even while searching, even while trying to figure out whether you're living in heaven, hell, or somewhere in between. We're all just 2 lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year, trying to remember the way back to ourselves. And that was today's Coffee and Cards. Hopefully somewhere between the coffee, the chaos, the music, and the cards, you found a message your soul needed to hear today. Remember, only take what resonates, leave the rest, and make sure to pour back into yourself today. If this reading hit home and you want a deeper, personal reading tailored to your energy and situation, Spirit and Root Tarot off